Boom. What's up, friends, family, lunatics, humans, compatriots, fellow warriors in this fight that we are on? Listen, you can adopt whatever principles you'd like. You can join whatever club you want to join. You can share whatever post you want to share. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. You can adopt whatever witty one-liner that you want to hear. Whatever sort of quib or idea makes you feel better. You can say your mantras. You can take your supplements. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have to face your freaking mountain, okay? That's the moral of this story. That's the idea here. So use your witty one-liners, your phrases, use your coping mechanisms, feel your feels, do what you need to do, face what you need to face, but just know at the end of the day, it's just a bag of tricks, okay? Just understand all of the symptom management tools you're using are just a bag of tricks at the end of the day. Ultimately, what it boils down to, where the rubber meets the road, is what you do with your problems and issues, how you face them. That's what's going to make the difference. Yes, there are things that can make that job easier. Yes, there are things that can make that job more difficult. Yes, I like to ask myself questions that are easy to answer on podcasts. The point is that we're not looking for the one-liners or the quibs or the people that are offering the quick, easy thing. Don't be looking for the simple answer, because, my friends, what I've experienced in this life, as little as I've lived it, is this. Something that comes to you for free is often worthless. Truly, often, not always. Sometimes there are exceptions to that rule, and I'm currently living in a situation where I'm experiencing that kind of, I guess you could call it luck, destiny, providence, whatever you call it, blessing, where I'm getting a lot of somethings for free for this period of time. I'm learning how to deal with that and get over the guilt and shame of not feeling or not feeling like I deserve to get these things that I'm getting, you know? But again, everything I'm learning while I'm here on this innate path journey I'm on, everything I'm learning is just a trick. It's just a method. It's just a skill. I'm acquiring a skill. That's it. But I still have to learn to apply it. I still have to apply my skills. I still have to learn how to use them in real and tangible ways. I still have to use my skills when the time is right. You can learn jujitsu all day long. You can learn martial arts. You can learn fighting. You can learn all sorts of techniques. You can engage your body. You can take supplements. You can do all sorts of things. But it doesn't affect or change the fact that when you're dealing with your problems, you are dealing with your problems at that moment in time. That doesn't change. It does not change. So we are not simply suggesting that an individual change the way they think, right? Cognitive behavioral or cognitive processing therapy, like the VA sometimes suggests. Change the way you think. Think differently. Okay, so that's a method that might work for some, or perhaps for more than some. I don't know. Didn't work for me. For some reason, I had a mechanism that was not working correctly, that when I went to go try to change the way I thought, it just didn't work. So then I was stuck and felt very, very, very poor for a very long period of time. And then I found some natural medicine, some friends, some fellowship, some camaraderie, and a therapy here in Colorado that has definitely changed my life. But again, I mean, I keep coming back to this. This therapy is just tricks. It's training and tricks. That's what it is. I'm training my brain to do certain things, and I have some tools and tricks that I've adopted that are going to help, but ultimately, at the end of that process, I still have to do the things. I still have to work the work. I still have to say the words. I still have to do these things. No one is going to do this for me. And friends, the reason I'm saying that is that to say to you, no one is going to do this for you. No one is going to run this road for you. No one is going to work this job for you. No one is going to do this for you. And you're not alone. Those are two things to know. You have to face this. You can't back down. Stop trying to numb the feelings that you feel, because you're going to feel them, okay? Either if you feel them now or you feel them later. And I'll tell you something, when you take a lot of those drugs that help numb the feelings, right? They numb the feelings, right? But you're still feeling the thing. Like for instance, if you break your leg, you might be able to take enough, listen closely, okay? If you break your leg, you might be able to take enough morphine, Percocet, and Tramadol to forget about that pain or not feel it, okay? You might be able to, but your leg's still broken. I'm gonna say that again. You might be able to take enough painkillers to forget about the fact that you've broken your leg. But it doesn't mean that your leg's not broken. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't deal with it, okay? You can numb the pain, but that doesn't mean that the injury doesn't exist. So there is some benefit and value in numbing the pain now and again. Sometimes you should numb pain. Sometimes you can't feel all the pain all the time. And that's where numbing comes in to be helpful. Okay? But it's not the go-to. It's not, my desire is not to be numbed. My desire primarily is to feel those feelings. And the reason is not so that I can torture myself, but it's because I know that within those feelings is the capacity with which I have to communicate with my body. And it's really the only way I have. And my body is trying to send me a message. Ouch! Sorry for yelling, guys, but that's what your body's trying to say when it sends you those messages, is ouch. That hurts. There's something wrong. There's a mechanism of injury and it needs addressed. It needs my attention. Ouch is what it's saying. And so when we feel the pain we feel, whether physically, mentally, or emotionally, do not go to numbing it right away. Feel it first. Engage it. See what it wants, I guess is another way I could say it. See what your body's trying to tell you. Go to a practitioner of health who is perhaps maybe more skilled than you and ask him or her or they. And then go to somebody else who has some more information about the body and mind and ask them and say, hey, I'm feeling this. This is abnormal and uncomfortable as hell. I don't like it. What are your thoughts? Well, it seems, and here's something that a good healthcare practitioner could say, okay? They could say, well, it seems that this pain is so extreme, you should perhaps consider numbing it for a period of time so that we can address the mechanism of injury. You understand how that works? That's healthcare practitioning, right? So we should be treating our bodies or minds the same way. Doctors should be too, but many doctors unfortunately don't approach things in that method, and that's okay, and that's for another discussion. But the point is, we should be approaching it in the same way. We should be engaging our body in the way that says, well, we're going to feel this. Here we go. Okay, now we felt it. Now what? Well, it felt like this. This was the shape of the feeling. This is where I felt it. And I wonder why I'm feeling it. So I go to a practitioner and I say, I'm feeling this. And the practitioner says, oh, well, generally when people feel this, like you're feeling, the common diagnoses is this. Oh, really? That's an interesting diagnosis. I'm going to research that. What do you have as information in regards to that diagnosis? And then they share their information about that diagnosis and perhaps even suggestions about mediation or therapy or treatment of some sort, right? So those are a good conversations to be having with your healthcare practitioners. That's the relationship. The relationship should not just be, I come to you and you tell me what to do. That's not the relationship. The relationship is first and freaking foremost. Listen closely. You have to feel this crap. You have to feel it all the way. You cannot all the time numb it because you're not You are diminishing the communication. You are muffling your body's mouth. Listen closely. Listen. I'm trying to tell you guys something. I'm trying to drop some science. It's because of experience, not because of pompous egotism. I'm telling you, I promise. When your body says something to you about pain, there's a reason. It's not generally a baby. It's not going to whine and cry for no reason, typically, especially if you're an adult-aged human. An upright, bipedal, adult-aged human being generally does not have toddler-esque body feelings, right? You're not generally going through massive growth spurts. You're not going through growing pains. So if you feel a pain in your body physically, you should listen to it. You should, okay, you know what, that's something there. I'm not just going to take Motrin. I'm going to feel that for a minute because, oh man, that's something. That feels this. Or you might find when you give it attention that the extreme nature of the pain perhaps lowers all of a sudden. It's like your body, as soon as you give the attention to the area of discomfort, all of a sudden it's sometimes, and this is all anecdotal of course, but you notice your body sometimes is like, oh God, see, look, did you see it? Would you just look at it? And then your body looks at it and it's like, oh, okay, we're good, we're fine, right? Or it could go the other way. Holy crap, that hurts so much, I can't even think straight, right? There are those kinds of pains. And for those kinds of pains, we have methods, natural, preferably of course, of moderating the level of screaming that you allow your body to do. Think of it that way, okay? You're not weak because you're numbing that or quieting your body. You're not. You're simply telling your body, shut up for a minute so I can think. That's what you're saying. Just shut up for a minute so I can think. And then your body's like, fine. And it shuts down for a moment. Or in essence, you put duct tape over its mouth, whichever way you want to view it, right? And you're telling your body to sit down for a minute, shut up, and I'm going to think. All right, now what's the situation? Then you can evaluate it. That process, even that 1 or 2 steps in for some people is beyond their capacity because they are so living in a place of numbing all pain all the time, mental, emotional, physical. And that's garbage, and you should stop it. I know how hard this may sound. I know how difficult it may be to hear this. So perhaps no one in your life has told you this. So let me be the person to tell you this. Stop it. Like that Bob Newhart bit. He's like, when I was growing up, my mom, he goes, no, we don't talk about that here. If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, you should go and Google those amazing Mad TV bits. Anyway, regardless, that's the thing. We fully and totally understand that we're in the driver's seat. That's what I'm going to summarize this with. We are the captains, we are the bosses, we are the chiefs, we are the decision makers. And so therefore we are seated with the greatest responsibility. We have this duty to engage life in a real and tangible way that matters. We have this responsibility. So don't lose sight of the fact that when you feel things, there's a reason. Find that reason, I dare you. Because I bet you if you find that reason, your body will stop screaming nearly as much as it does. Okay, guys? For more information, or maybe perhaps an archive of older podcasts, visit timothylocklear.com. And that's going to take you to a website that's just like a landing page, like an online business card. The only reason it's there is not for promotion of self, but simply for a means of communication. I find that there's a lot of people who have been listening to the podcast who really find it valuable. Other people have found some of the memes helpful. I do graphic design, web development on a very, 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 very amateur level. And because of that, I like to help other nonprofits and veterans organizations and people that do things that I really give a crap about. So go there and maybe share it with other people and see if it can help other people. And also maybe listen to some of those podcasts if you find them helpful. And if you do, please just send me a message and let me know you found them helpful so that I can tell other people, hey, these people over here like this. Yay! They like the things. Yay! Okay, you guys are awesome. Also check out veteransfornaturalrights.org for more information about what you can do to help veterans engage life in a real and tangible way. We're not saying it's about an organization. We're not saying it's about a logo or brand. We're saying it's about fellowship, love, community, connection, real life, you guys. Real freaking life. Check it out. I'm about to hop into the gym with my buddy Matt Cox, who is this gigantic 9-foot human weightlifting machine, and he's going to teach me how to lift weights in a way that doesn't suck. So hopefully when I come back from the podcast, I'm going to be stronger or dead. One of the two. We'll see, guys. We'll see.